Good morning, students. So today in this class we'll discuss the third criteria for classification of animals. Until now we have already discussed in our last class two criteria for the classification of living organism, which are body organization and symmetry. And the third criteria, that is third criteria for classification of living organism, is number of germ layers. Number of germ layers. So, on the basis of arrangement of embryonic layers, we can classify living organism into two types. That is, the first one is diploblastic organism. Diploblastic organism. So, diploblastic organisms are those organisms in which the cells are arranged in two embryonic layers. So, in these organisms, the cells are arranged into two embryonic layers. That is, these two layers are, that is outer, the ectoderm layer, and the inner, the endoderm layer. So that is external ectoderm layer and internal endoderm layer. In some organism, between these two layers, a undifferentiated layer is present. Undifferentiated layer is present, and that layer is known as mesogilia. The example of the organism which have diploblastic type of arrangement of germ layers includes, so the example is coelentrates. Now, the second type of organism on the basis of germ layers, that is number of germ layers, includes the triploblastic organism. Second type is triploblastic organism. And in this triploblastic organism, the cells are arranged in three embryonic layers. That is, an external ectoderm, and innermost, that is endoderm, and between these two layers is present another layer that is known as mesoderm. So, in case of triploblastic organism, cells are arranged in three embryonic layers. That is, external, known as ectoderm, then internal, known as endoderm, and between these two layers is present another layer, and this is known as mesoderm. So the third layer is mesoderm. So in these organisms we have three embryonic layers, that is outer ectoderm, the innermost is known as endoderm and the middle layer is known as mesoderm. And because you have 3 germ layers, that's why these organisms are triploblastic. Now we'll discuss our next criteria for classification of living organism. So our fourth criteria for classification of living organism is body cavity. Body cavity, that is presence or absence of body cavity. So the presence or absence of this body cavity, it plays very important roles in higher organism. And this body cavity, it is a cavity present between body wall and gut wall. So it is a cavity that is present between body wall and gut wall. And if this body cavity, it is lined by mesoderm, then it is known as coelom. So the body cavity is known as coelom. Now on the basis of the presence or absence of this coelom, we divide the living organism into 3 different types. That is, the organism which have the coelom, they are known as coelomates. The organism in which the coelom is absent, they are known as acoelomates. And the organism which contains a false coelom, that means they do not contain a proper coelom, they are known as pseudocoelomates or false coelomates. So on the basis of the body cavity, we divide the living organism into 3 different types. The first one is known as the coelomates, and coelomates are those organisms which contains a true body cavity, or they contains the coelom. Now the example of the organism containing coelom, they includes the all annelids. Example includes all annelids, mollusca या molluscs, arthropoda and all these etc. Now the second type is pseudocoelomates. These pseudocoelomates are the organism in which the coelom is not lined by mesoderm. The coelom is not lined by mesoderm, and mesoderm is present in the form of scattered pouch-like structures. So they contains the pseudocoelom. So these organisms are known as either pseudocoelomates or they are also known as the false coelomates. The examples of pseudocoelomates includes SK helminths. Pseudocoelomates includes SK helminths. Further, the third type of organism on the basis of presence or absence of body cavity or coelom are acoelomates. And these are the organisms in which coelom is absent. The example of these acoelomates includes platyhelminths. So now we will discuss our next criteria for classification of living organism. That is, fifth criteria, that is segmentation. So in certain organism, their body is divided into different segments, and each of this segment, it have a specific repetition of certain organ. Suppose this is the body of an organism. It is divided into certain segments, and each of these segments have a repetition of certain body organs. For example, in case of earthworm, it contains a segmented body, and that segmented body in earthworm is known as metamorphism or metamorphic segmentation. So, whether the body is divided into segments or not, on the basis of this, the organism can be of two different types. That is the organism having segmented body and the organism having the non-segmented body. Now further, the last and sixth criteria of classifying living organism includes the presence or absence of notochord. This notochord, it is a hard structure. Notochord is a hard structure that develops from mesoderm. So it is a hard structure that develops from mesoderm layer, and it develops on dorsal side of animal body. Dorsal side of animal body. Dorsal side means the back side of the animal body. This is our ventral side, that is front side, and our back side is known as dorsal side. We have four sides, that is anterior starting from our head, posterior to our legs, the face side is ventral side and back side is dorsal side. So this notochord, it develops on dorsal side of animal body, and it develops from the mesoderm layer of triploblastic or diploblastic organism, and it is a hard structure. Now, on the basis of presence or absence of this notochord, the living organism have been divided into two types. That is the organism having notochord, they are known as chordates, and the organism which do not have notochord, they are known as non-chordates. Thank you, students.